My name is Jeremy.
And I'm Jenny. Some of you might remember me from preschool as Miss Jenny or from dinner times. And we are part of Montgomery Energy Group.
Montgomery Energy Group is a group of people from around Montgomery trying to help people to understand climate change and what they can do to help solve it. So I'm going to talk to you about climate change, but first I need to give you a bit of background. So I'm going to teach you first a bit of chemistry. Chemistry is the science that studies what things are made of, and also a bit about fossil fuels. You may have heard people talk about fossil fuels. Does anyone know what a fossil fuel is? Pause the video for a while if you want to try and guess. Okay, so firstly, the word fuel usually just means something that we burn to produce heat. Why fossil? Well, coal, oil and natural gas are all fossil fuels. Where do we get coal, oil and natural gas from? Pause the video so that you can guess. They all come from underground, usually quite a long way underground, from coal mines and from oil and gas wells. Here is a lump of coal. It just looks like a black rock, but burns really well. Oil, when it comes out of the ground, is a black liquid. All sorts of different things can get made from it. It doesn't all get burned. This is lubricating oil, made from oil and really useful to make metal things slide together easily. But how did coal and oil and gas get made? And how did they get underground? Does anyone know? Pause the video again if you want to guess. They have all taken millions of years to form. Millions of years ago, the earth was covered in forests and the sea was full of creatures. The trees died and fell over and got buried under more trees falling on top, and this went on, adding layer upon layer, with the earlier ones getting deeper and deeper underground. As they got deeper, there was more and more pressure and heat, and this wood got squashed and compressed over millions of years until it gradually turned into coal. In the oceans, something similar was happening to the creatures that lived in the water. They died and sank to the bottom and got buried under more bodies and under sand and silt, getting deeper and deeper, and this time the pressure and temperature over millions of years squashed and compressed them until they turned into liquid and gas and became oil and natural gas. So they formed at the same time as the dinosaurs roamed the planet, which we know about from the fossils that have been left, and that is why they are called fossil fuels. And these stayed there until we humans started to dig them up and burn them. They are really useful. Coal, oil and natural gas all burn really well, so are great for keeping us warm. Most of our homes and your school in Montgomery are kept warm by burning oil. And in bigger towns, most of the houses are heated by burning natural gas. Until recently, much of the electricity we use was made in a power station that burned coal. So we have used millions of tons of these fuels over the last couple of hundred years. But this causes a problem, which I'll talk about next time. But in the meantime, here is something for you to find out. I said we get natural gas out of the ground, but natural gas actually is a mixture of lots of different gases that all have different names and behave slightly differently. Can you try and find out any of these names of the different gases that are found in natural gas, and which one is there most of?